Welcome to the Narrow Way Daily 2026 One-Year Bible Reading Plan. Together we shall go on the journey of reading scriptures. Day 1, January 11th, 2026. We shall be reading Genesis 1 to 3 today. For this video, we shall be using the Passion Translation and the Message Bible. Also, check out the morning prayer video, the verse of the day video, and the night prayer video before you go to bed tonight. Don't forget to give the video a like, share with others to bless them, and subscribe to the channel. Also share your understanding, lessons learned, and how today's reading impacted you in the comments section. Subscribe to the channel now and we'll begin today's reading. Let's begin with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gift of your word. We invite your presence and that of the Lord Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. Give perfect understanding and grace to be the doer of your word in Jesus' name. Amen. Genesis 1 to 3, the Passion Translation. Genesis 1. In the beginning, when God created the heavens and the earth was completely formless and empty, with nothing but darkness draped over the deep. God's Spirit hovered over the face of the waters. And then God announced, "Let there be light." And light burst forth, and God saw the light as pleasing and beautiful. He used the light to dispel the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness night. And so evening gave way to morning the first day. And God said, "Let there be a dome between the waters to separate the water above from the water below." He made the dome and called it sky, and separated the water above the dome from the water below the dome. Evening gave way to morning, day 2. And God said, "Let the water beneath the sky be gathered into one place, and let the dry ground appear." And so it happened. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called seas. And God saw the beauty of his creation, and he was very pleased. Then God said, "Let the land burst forth with growth, plants that bear seeds of their own kind, and every variety of fruit tree, each with power to multiply from its own seed." And so it happened. The land flourished with grasses, every variety of seed-bearing plant, and trees bearing fruit with their seeds in them. And God loved what he saw, for it was beautiful. Evening gave way to morning, day 3. And God said, "Let there be bright lights to shine in space to bathe the earth with their light. Let them serve as signs to separate the day from night and signify the days, seasons, and years." And so it happened. God made 2 great lights, the brighter light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He also spread the tapestry of shining stars and set them all in the sky to illuminate the earth, to rule over the day and to rule over the night, and to separate the light from darkness. God loved what he saw, for it was beautiful. Evening gave way to morning, day 4. God said, "Let there be life. Let the waters swarm with sea life, and let the sky be filled with soaring birds of every kind." God created huge sea creatures and every living creature that moves of every kind, swarming in the water and flying in the sky, according to their species. God loved what he saw, for it was beautiful. God blessed them, saying, "Reproduce and be fruitful. Fill the waters of the sea with life, and the earth with flying birds." Evening gave way to morning, day 5. God said, "Let the earth produce every class and kind of living creature, livestock, crawling things, wild animals, each after its kind." And so it happened. God made the wild animals according to their species, livestock according to their species, and all the creatures that creep along the ground according to their species. And God loved what he saw, for it was beautiful, shaped by love. Then God said, "Let us make a man and a woman in our image to be like us. Let them reign over the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, the livestock, over the creatures that creep along the ground, and over the wild animals." So God created man and woman, and shaped them with his image inside them. In his own beautiful image, he created his masterpiece. Yes, male and female he created them. And God blessed them in his love, saying, "Reproduce and be fruitful, populate the earth and subdue it, reign over the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, and every creature that lives on earth." And God said, "I give you every seed-bearing plant growing throughout the earth, vegetables, and every fruit-bearing tree with its seed within itself. They will be your food. They will also be food for every animal and bird, and every creature that moves on the ground, every creature with the breath of life." And so it happened. God surveyed all he had made and said, "I love it," for it pleased him greatly. Evening gave way to morning, day 6. Genesis 2, creation details. And so the creation of the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. By the 7th day, God had completed creating his masterpiece, so on the 7th day, he rested from all his work. So God blessed the 7th day and made it sacred, because on it, he paused to rest from all his work of creation. This is the account of the heavens and the earth after they were created. At the time Yahweh God created earth and heaven, there was yet no vegetation, grains of the field, or shrubs sprouting on the earth, for there was no one to cultivate the land, and Yahweh God had not yet sent rain. In those days a mist arose from the soil and watered the whole face of the ground. Yahweh God scooped up a lump of soil, sculpted a man, and blew into his nostrils the breath of life. The man came alive, a living soul. Then Yahweh God planted a lush garden paradise in the east, in the land of delight, and there he placed the man he had formed. Yahweh God made all kinds of beautiful trees to grow there, fruitful trees to satisfy the taste. In the middle of the garden, he planted the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Flowing from the land of delight was a river to water the garden, and from there it divided into 4 branches. The first river, overflowing increase, encircles the gold-laden land of Havilah. The gold of that land is pure, with many pearls and onyx found there. The second river, gushing, flows through the entire land of Cush. The third river, swift-flowing, flows east of Assyria. And the fourth is the river fruitfulness. Yahweh God took the man and placed him in the Garden of Eden to work and watch over it. And Yahweh God commanded him, "You may freely eat of every fruit of the garden, but you must not eat of the tree that gives the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat from it you will most certainly die." Creation of Adam and Eve. Then Yahweh God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. Therefore, I will fashion a suitable partner to be his help and strength." For Yahweh God had formed from the soil every animal of the field and every bird of the air, and brought them before the man to see what he would call them. So whatever the man called the living creature, that was its name. He gave names to all the various cattle, birds, and wild animals, But Adam could not find a fitting companion that corresponded to him. So Yahweh God caused Adam to fall into a deep trance, and while he slept, he took a portion of Adam's side and closed its place with flesh. Then Yahweh God used the portion of Adam's side and skillfully crafted a woman and presented her to him. Then Adam said, "At last, one like me. Her bones were formed from my bones, and her flesh from my flesh. This one will be called woman, for she was taken from man. For this reason, a man leaves his father and his mother to be unselfishly attached to his wife. They become one flesh as a new family. The man and his wife felt no shame, unaware that they were both naked." Genesis 3, the fall. Now the snake was the most cunning of all living beings that Yahweh God had made. He deviously asked the woman, "Did God really tell you, 'You must not eat fruit from any tree of the garden'?" But the woman interrupted, "We may eat the fruit of any tree in the garden, except the tree in the center of the garden. God told us, 'Don't eat its fruit, or even touch it, or you'll die.' But the snake said to her, 'You certainly won't die. God knows that the moment you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing both good and evil.' When the woman saw that the tree produced delicious fruit, delightful to look upon, and desirable to give one insight, she took its fruit and ate it. She gave some to her husband who was with her, and he also ate it. Immediately, their eyes were opened, and they realized they were naked, vulnerable, and ashamed. So they sewed fig leaves together for coverings. God manifests in the garden. Then Adam and his wife heard the sound of Yahweh God passing through the garden in the breeze of the day. So they hid among the trees, concealing themselves from the face of Yahweh God. Then Yahweh God called Adam's name and asked, "Where are you?" Adam answered, "I heard your powerful presence moving in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked. So I hid." "Who told you that you were naked?" God said, "Did you eat the fruit of the tree that I commanded you not to eat?" Adam pointed to the woman and said, "The woman you placed alongside me, she gave me fruit from the tree, and I ate it." So Yahweh God said to the woman, "What have you done?" The woman pointed to the snake and said, "The shining snake tricked me, and I ate." Yahweh God then said to the snake, "Because you have done this, you are cursed above every wild animal, condemned above every creature of the field. You will slither on your belly, and eat dust all the days of your life, and I will place great hostility between you and the woman, and between her seed and yours. He will crush your head, as you crush his heel." Then God said to the woman, "I will cause your labor pains in childbirth to be intensified. With pain you will give birth to children. You will desire to dominate your husband, but he will want to dominate you." And to Adam he said, "Because you obeyed your wife instead of me, and you ate from the forbidden tree, when I had commanded you not to, the ground will be cursed because of you. You will eat of it through painful toil all the days of your life. It will sprout weeds and thorns, and you will eat the plants of the field. You will painfully toil and sweat to produce food to eat, until your body, taken from the ground, returns to the ground. For you are from dust, and to dust you will return." If the man named his wife Eve, life giver, because she would become the mother of every human being. Yahweh God made garments from animal skins to clothe Adam and Eve. And Yahweh God said, "The man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. And now he might take in his hands fruit from the tree of life and eat it and live forever." Therefore, Yahweh God expelled him from Eden's paradise to till the ground from which he was taken. He drove them out of the garden and placed fearsome angelic sentries east of the Garden of Eden, with a turning fiery sword to guard the way to the tree of life. Genesis 1-3, the Message translation. Genesis 1, heaven and earth. First this, God created the heavens and earth, all you see, all you don't see. Earth was a soup of nothingness, a bottomless emptiness, an inky blackness. God's spirit brooded like a bird above the watery abyss. God spoke, "Light," and light appeared. God saw that light was good, and separated light from dark. God named the light day, he named the dark night. It was evening, it was morning, day 1. God spoke, "Sky," in the middle of the waters. Separate water from water. God made sky. He separated the water under sky from the water above sky. And there it was. He named sky the heavens. It was evening, it was morning, day 2. God spoke, "Separate water beneath heaven. Gather into one place. Land appear." And there it was. God named the land earth. He named the pooled water ocean. God saw that it was good. God spoke, "Earth, green up, grow all varieties of seed-bearing plants, every sort of fruit-bearing tree." And there it was. Earth produced green seed-bearing plants, all varieties, and fruit-bearing trees of all sorts. God saw that it was good. It was evening, it was morning, day 3. God spoke, "Lights, come out, shine in heaven's sky, separate day from night, mark seasons and days and years, lights in heaven's sky to give light to earth." And there it was. God made 2 big lights, the larger to take charge of day, the smaller to be in charge of night. And he made the stars. God placed them in the heavenly sky to light up earth and oversee day and night, to separate light and dark. God saw that it was good. It was evening, it was morning, day 4. God spoke, "Swarm, ocean, with fish and all sea life, birds, fly through the sky over earth." God created the huge whales, all the swarm of life in the waters, and every kind and species of flying birds. God saw that it was good. God blessed them. "Prosper, reproduce, fill ocean, birds, reproduce on earth." It was evening, it was morning, day 5. God spoke, "Earth, generate life, every sort and kind, cattle and reptiles and wild animals, all kinds." And there it was. Wild animals of every kind, cattle of all kinds, every sort of reptile and bug. God saw that it was good. God spoke, "Let us make human beings in our image, make them, reflecting our nature, so they can be responsible for the fish in the sea, the birds in the air, the cattle, and yes, earth itself, and every animal that moves on the face of earth." God created human beings. He created them godlike, reflecting God's nature. He created them male and female. God blessed them. Prosper, reproduce, fill earth, take charge. Be responsible for fish in the sea and birds in the air, for every living thing that moves on the face of earth. Then God said, I've given you every sort of seed-bearing plant on earth, and every kind of fruit-bearing tree, given them to you for food, to all animals and all birds, everything that moves and breathes. I give whatever grows out of the ground for food. And there it was. God looked over everything he had made. It was so good, so very good. It was evening, it was morning, day 6. Genesis 2. Heaven and earth were finished, down to the last detail. By the 7th day, God had finished his work. On the 7th day, he rested from all his work. God blessed the 7th day. He made it a holy day, because on that day he rested from his work, all the creating God had done. This is the story of how it all started, of heaven and earth when they were created. Adam and Eve. At the time God made earth and heaven, before any grasses or shrubs had sprouted from the ground, God hadn't yet sent rain on earth, nor was there anyone around to work the ground. The whole earth was watered by underground springs. God formed man out of dirt from the ground and blew into his nostrils the breath of life. The man came alive, a living soul. Then God planted a garden in Eden in the east. He put the man he had just made in it. God made all kinds of trees grow from the ground, trees beautiful to look at and good to eat. The tree of life was in the middle of the garden, also the tree of knowledge of good and evil. A river flows out of Eden to water the garden, and from there divides into 4 rivers. The first is named Pishon. It flows through Havilah where there is gold. The gold of this land is good. The land is also known for a sweet-scented resin and the onyx stone. The second river is named Gihon. It flows through the land of Cush. The third river is named Hiddekel and flows east of Assyria. The fourth river is the Euphrates. God took the man and set him down in the Garden of Eden to work the ground and keep it in order. God commanded the man, "You can eat from any tree in the garden, except from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Don't eat from it. The moment you eat from that tree, you're dead." God said, "It's not good for the man to be alone. I'll make him a helper, a companion." So God formed from the dirt of the ground all the animals of the field and all the birds of the air. He brought them to the man to see what he would name them. Whatever the man called each living creature, that was its name. The man named the cattle, named the birds of the air, named the wild animals. But he didn't find a suitable companion. God put the man into a deep sleep. As he slept, he removed one of his ribs and replaced it with flesh. God then used the rib that he had taken from the man to make woman and presented her to the man. The man said, "Finally, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, name her woman, for she was made from man. Therefore a man leaves his father and mother and embraces his wife. They become one flesh. The two of them, the man and his wife, were naked, but they felt no shame." Genesis 3. The serpent was clever, more clever than any wild animal God had made. He spoke to the woman, "Do I understand that God told you not to eat from any tree in the garden?" The woman said to the serpent, "Not at all. We can eat from the trees in the garden. It's only about the tree in the middle of the garden that God said, 'Don't eat from it. Don't even touch it or you'll die.'" The serpent told the woman, "You won't die. God knows that the moment you eat from that tree, you'll see what's really going on. You'll be just like God, knowing everything, ranging all the way from good to evil." When the woman saw that the tree looked like good eating and realized what she would get out of it, she'd know everything. She took and ate the fruit and then gave some to her husband, and he ate. Immediately the two of them did see what's really going on, saw themselves naked. They sewed fig leaves together as makeshift clothes for themselves. When they heard the sound of God strolling in the garden in the evening breeze, the man and his wife hid in the trees of the garden, hid from God. God called to the man, "Where are you?" He said, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid." God said, "Who told you that you were naked? Did you eat from that tree I told you not to eat from?" The man said, "The woman you gave me as a companion, she gave me fruit from the tree, and yes, I ate it." God said to the woman, "What is this that you've done?" "The serpent seduced me," she said, "and I ate." God told the serpent, "Because you've done this, you're cursed, cursed beyond all cattle and wild animals, cursed to slink on your belly and eat dirt all your life. I'm declaring war between you and the woman, between your offspring and hers. He'll wound your head, you'll wound his heel." He told the woman, "I'll multiply your pains in childbirth. You'll give birth to your babies in pain. You'll want to please your husband, but he'll lord it over you." He told the man, "Because you listened to your wife and ate from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from, don't eat from this tree. The very ground is cursed because of you. Getting food from the ground will be as painful as having babies is for your wife. You'll be working in pain all your life long. The ground will sprout thorns and weeds. You'll get your food the hard way, planting and tilling and harvesting, sweating in the fields from dawn to dusk, until you return to that ground yourself, dead and buried. You started out as dirt, you'll end up dirt." The man, known as Adam, named his wife Eve because she was the mother of all the living. God made leather clothing for Adam and his wife and dressed them. God said, "The man has become like one of us, capable of knowing everything, ranging from good to evil. What if he now should reach out and take fruit from the tree of life and eat, and live forever? Never. This cannot happen." So God expelled them from the Garden of Eden and sent them to work the ground, the same dirt out of which they'd been made. He threw them out of the garden and stationed angel cherubim and a revolving sword of fire east of it, guarding the path to the tree of life. We have come to the end of today's reading. Remember to say a prayer after reading. Give the video a like and leave a comment on the understanding you gained and lessons you learned from today's reading in the comment section. Share the video to bless someone and subscribe to the channel now so you don't miss out on any day's video. Remember that you can still go back and catch up on videos you've missed. It's not late to get on track. Together, we can cover the Bible in a year. Don't forget to check out the daily morning prayer video, the verse of the day video, and the night prayer video. This is the Narrow Way Daily Channel, your rhythm of faith. Let's walk the narrow way together. See you tomorrow. Shalom.